Hi everyone. Today I want to talk to you about transposing music for vocalists. If you perform in a group that has vocalists, or if you are a vocalist, you know that it's very important to have music that is written so that it fits well within the vocalist's range. Everybody has a different range for their voice, and sometimes music is written either a little too high or a little too low to fit comfortably within a vocalist's range. So knowing how to transpose music to fit well within a vocalist range is a very important skill to have, especially if you work with vocalists, and that's what I'm going to show you today. I am working in MuseScore 3, and this is the example that we have. It's called Flowers of Edinburgh. There's a vocal line here that has the melody, and then just a simple piano accompaniment in the bass. So here's what it sounds like. And that's the first phrase of the music. You can see that we have our lowest note here is a middle C, and our highest note in this phrase is top line F in the treble clef here. So if your range is a little higher or a little lower than that, I'll show you how to transpose it. We are in the key of F major. We have one flat in our key signature, and we end on that tonic F here at the end of the phrase. So let's say this music is a little too low for you. You can't hit that low middle C, and you want to transpose it a little higher. There's some really easy tools in MuseScore that help us do this, but first we have to decide how much we are going to transpose this. Normally, you're not going to transpose something more than, say, a major fifth. So if we split that difference and say a major third, so that would be 4 half steps up from F major, that would be A major. So if we want to transpose this from F major to A major, a major third up, make sure none of the music is selected here so that when we go to Tools, Transpose, it'll automatically select all of the music in the piece that you're working in. So you see this blue box that comes up around all the music. You can transpose just certain sections of music at a time if you wanted to, but I wouldn't recommend it. It's easiest to just do all of the music at once. So the tools here that we're going to use is transpose chromatically, make sure that radio button is selected, and to key. Now it already recognizes that we're in the key of F major, and we want to go up because this music is a little too low for our vocalists, and we want to go up to A major. Make sure that transpose key signatures is on as well, and then click OK. As you can see, our key signature has changed from 1 flat F major to 3 sharps. Here's what it sounds like now. So before we had the lowest note as a C natural here. It is now an E natural. And our highest note used to be that F at the top line of the treble clef. Now it is an A above the staff. So if you had a vocalist where the original key was a little too low, now it's been transposed up a major third so that it fits a little bit better within their vocal range. They don't have to reach so low for that C natural. It only goes down to the E natural here at the beginning. Keep in mind, if you are transposing music for a vocalist, whenever you do that to the vocal line, it's also going to transpose the instrumental lines as well, and that's very important. If you're transposing the vocal lines, you need to transpose the instrumental lines as well, or else it will not sound right. So as before, where we were playing in 1 flat F major, now we're playing in 3 sharps. Might be a little tougher for the band, but it'll help out the vocalist a whole lot, and they can't really do too much to change the range of their voice. It kind of is what it is. So that's transposing up. If you need something a little bit higher to help that vocalist out and make the music a little bit higher in pitch. Now, if we undo that transposition, go back to our original key of F major, I'm going to show you how to transpose down. Once again, make sure we don't have any of the music highlighted. Go to Tools in the menu bar and Transpose. We can see that now all of the music has been selected in the blue box. We're going to use Transpose chromatically to key. Make sure both of those radio buttons are selected. And instead of going up this time, we're going to go down. So in this case, the music was too high for the vocalist, and we need to bring the music down a little bit so that it'll fit in their vocal range better. So we went from F major to A major, going up. Now, if we start on F major and let's say we go down a minor third, 3 half steps, just to get it a little bit closer to a lower vocal range. So we want to go to D major. So bringing it down from F major to D major. Make sure that down is selected in our transpose, D major, and make sure that transpose key signatures is on as well, and click OK. We were in the key of F major, 1 flat, and now we're in the key of D major, 2 sharps. Our original starting note was C natural here at the beginning. Now it is an A natural, so bringing that down just a little bit more for that vocalist. And then, as before, we had a high F here in the treble clef. Now it is a D natural, 4th line. So a little bit lower. Hopefully that'll help out the vocalists so that it'll fit within their range a little bit better. So here's what the lower version sounds like. So you can tell just by going down a minor third, it sounds much, much, much lower than the original key did. So like I said before, when you're transposing music, you're usually not going to transpose it very far to help it fit within vocalist range. Usually not more than a 5th, because then it just changes the music a little too much. And then you might run into issues where not only does the music not fit in the vocalist range, but if you move things too far, it might not fit within the instrumentalist range either. So just be aware of that when you're transposing things. Don't transpose them too far out of their original key, because if they're written for any sort of instrument, hopefully the composer's taken that into account and written it in the range of that instrument. once you start messing with that, it might put the music outside the range of a particular instrument. So in this case, we were transposing down because the music was a little too high for the vocalist. And we went from that 1 flat key signature, F major, to the 2 sharp key signature, D major. One more thing I did want to mention, all of these examples in this piece of music were transposing from a major key to a major key. I don't recommend transposing from a major key to a minor key, just because there are more things to take into consideration when you're transposing something that way. It can be done, but it's a little more time consuming. So going from major to major, totally fine. Minor to minor, absolutely, go for it. But just be careful if you're going from major to minor or minor to major, that you might run into some problems, because major and minor melodies and harmonies aren't written the same way, and you might end up with something that doesn't sound very good. So that might be a video for another time. If y'all want to see a video on that, let me know in the comments below. But I hope this helped you out and helped you understand the transposing tools that are in MuseScore and how to transpose a piece of music for a vocalist to help get that music into a better spot in their range. As always, thank you so much for watching. A special thank you to my Patreon supporters. If you'd like to learn more and become a Patreon supporter yourself, please visit the link in the description below. And I will see you in the next video.